Sometimes people think that they are intelligent by how long and how detailed they can speak. Well, I actually think it's complete opposite. I think that the most brilliant person can explain a complex idea in a simple one, right? Being able to take a complicated matter and explain it in the simplest way possible. That, to me, it's not just intelligent, it's beautiful. And that's essentially what you try to do in comedy. The reason I'm saying that is because a lot of times in comedy, I, or someone doing comedy, might be searching for the right word for this circumstance. And it's kind of like mentally, I'm holding you by your hand, I'm leading you along down into a road, and I want to show you all these cool things. At the end of this road, I want to show you something really great, which is a really big laugh, right? I've been thinking about this way of saying these two sentences, and it's about 11 or 12 seconds, and it's just been the feeling of relief that you have when you finally come up with those words is one of the greatest feelings. It's like a mental bench press, like breaking a new record. It's like, oh my gosh, finally I can think about it. I don't have to think about it anymore because I figured out that correct word order or perfect way to describe that situation. But it isn't just the word, it's the whole meaning. I tend to do something that I like to refer to as overwriting, which means when you're coming up with an idea, you're kind of just spitballing, you're kind of just coming up with the most detailed, longest way possible that fully captures the whole idea, message point, right, of what you're trying to convey, that information. And then you kind of backstep and you say, okay, how can I take all this and make it as small as possible? I feel like that works easier for me. It's kind of like shrink wrapping, I try to have an entire product out on something, out on paper and my computer actually, but anyway, and then just try to shrink wrap it, right, and just reduce it into its smallest form possible that I can really just work with, and it doesn't have to just make sense with me. Every line, every sentence, even the speed that you present the information, right, has to be presented in a way to where everyone is along for the ride for every single word. There can't be any loss in translation, right? So anyway, I hope everybody has a beautiful day. I had to mention that because I'm just working on it nonstop. And the last 2 weeks, I have been thinking about one way of saying one thing, and just finally it came to me. So you guys have the best day. I really appreciate all of you. I know this is a shorter podcast, but man, like I've been up like so long lately, just trying to think of this one thing, and it's just so relieving. I can finally just stop thinking about it. I mean, in the shower, walking around at the grocery store, doing other things, and then finally. But it's a continuous cycle. It's a continuous cycle because whether I'm coming up with a new idea and then vetting it out as something good, the concept, and then narrowing it down into a smaller version of that bigger story, and then connecting it together with other stuff. It's a whole process, and this is my passion. This is my life, and this is just a part of it. But that's just one part of this whole cycle of going around in a circle to make an entire joke work. And then you have to pair it with other things at work, and then because it has to all chain together essentially, and then working on an hour. So yeah, I'm just doing a rewrite right now, and I'm excited to work on it. And I've been testing it out, and it's the best stuff I've ever written. So anyway, y'all have the best day. I really do appreciate you guys. Thank you again for your time. Just a little insight of some comedy. I'm Benja Welldone. Check me out. Peace.